Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live at the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins now.
Oh, wait. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Wrestling with Savage. We're live right now with the newest member, hopefully, of the cast, and that's Gilch. What's going on, buddy? How you doing today?
I'm well. How about yourself?
I'm very good. So I heard that you DVR'd Raw. You're going to be watching it later, so this is going to be a live reaction to what happened?
It is.
All right, that sounds awesome, man. A little background about Gilch. I met him at AEW Dynamite over there at the UBS Arena. Had a nice little conversation at the front row over there while we were watching some incredible action. And surprisingly, Raw tonight had some incredible action, some funny segments, some good moments, and it was actually an entertaining show overall. It opens up with John Cena walking down the locker room, shaking everyone's hand. John was actually ignoring Zeke, which I thought was a nice touch. And he tells us it's going to get weird out there. And then I actually see Jason Jordan, surprised, haven't seen him on camera in a while. A lot of people are all, happy to see John Cena coming back. Michael Hayes is even out there welcoming John Cena back home. We get a leg skip from Cena. This was all from earlier today, a video package that they, kicked Raw off with. And then all of a sudden we get to the main shot of Monday Night Raw in the ring. The action's about to go down, and what do we see? We see a bunch of ladders set up all over the ring, and about I don't know, maybe like 10 guys in the ring right now. We get some entrances right away. We get entrances for Rey Mysterio, for Dominic, for Shinsuke Nakamura, for Riddle. But already inside of the ring was Jinder Mahal, Ricochet, Shanky, Mustafa Ali, Tommaso Ciampa, Dolph Ziggler, Veer Mahan, Shelton Benjamin, AJ Styles, Tozawa, R-Truth, The Miz, T-Bar, and Reggie. And we're about to see a battle royale, and the person who wins this is going to be in the Money in the Bank match. So I was actually, okay, this is different. Not bad. What do you think about hearing about that right away, right off the bat? Like that's what kicked off Raw. Did you know that?
No.
What do you think about that? Does that actually surprise you?
It does. As soon as you told me the cast, I think if I had to take a guess, I think I know who won it.
Who's your guess?
I would say Riddle.
Riddle. Well, that's actually a really good guess because you're actually right. Yeah, Riddle. Yeah. AJ, we're going at it. It was really good, man. It wasn't bad. Tozawa was in there too. Veer Mahan got eliminated first by a temporary alliance. R-Truth making Shanky dance in the middle of the ring. Now Jinder and Shanky eliminate R-Truth. Jinder then eliminates Shanky. AJ Styles eliminates Jinder Mahal. T-Bar, big gorilla press slam. Ali was eliminated by Ciampa. Ciampa with a stunner on Riddle. Dominic eliminates himself, trying to eliminate Dolph Ziggler in what was the first botch of the night for sure. Ziggler and Miz team up. Dolph and Miz abuse Rey Mysterio and eliminate him. Ricochet eliminates T-Bar. Diggler is now eliminated. Pretty sure Ciampa was eliminated during the break. I never saw him get eliminated. They never said he got eliminated. We came back from commercial break and he's just not there. Miz has been injured. He actually faked an injury really, really well. Oscar-worthy performance. He's hopping, limping around. He does the whole thing, man. Done. He tries to get up 5 times in the ring. Can't get up. He finally just goes like this, rolls outside of the ring. Officials come to help him. Everybody thinks he's injured and done. It was good. It was really good. AJ with a huge shot on Ricochet now eliminates him. Riddle and Shinsuke going at it. Riddle eliminates Shinsuke with a kick to the head. Riddle and AJ now going at it. AJ with a Pele kick and the phenomenal forearm attempt. But Miz outside finally comes back to life from his fake injury. Grabs AJ Styles and eliminates him out of the match from behind when he was going for his phenomenal forearm finish. Very smart play by Miz. Riddle still in it. Riddle still using Orton's vintage DDT. Riddle goes for the RKO and Miz hits the skull-crushing finale. Riddle now with a head scissors submission at ringside, but Miz holding on to the top rope for his life. Miz runs for the attack on the apron and Riddle hits the RKO on the apron. Now we get a nice finish and a nice setup from the Miz. Great job keeping AJ looking legit, but you dumped on Shinsuke Nakamura tonight. I gave it a 4-star grade. It was unexpected, fun, and I actually liked it besides the one botch from the son of Rey Mysterio. What are your thoughts on this? You were right, though, by the way. Riddle wins.
You got to get him in Money in the Bank, right? I mean, you got to get him in that match.
Yeah, 100%. Such a build-up, and he gave the L to Omos. So, yeah, he's got to get some redemption here.
Yeah, no, I agree. That sounds cool. I'm actually looking forward to watching it.
Yeah, the RKO on the apron was nasty.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, it was really good.
Was there anything more with that build-up? What was it last week with Jinder and Shanky?
Yeah, Shanky started dancing in the ring, and then they worked together to get one elimination, and then Shanky was helping Jinder eliminate somebody, and then while he was doing that, Jinder turns around and just dumps him out of the ring. Shanky's all like, ugh, and then AJ comes, knocks the shit out of him, throws Jinder right out because Karma's a bitch, and you know.
Cool. Yeah, I figured they would do a spot in that and finish up on
yeah,
that.
they definitely had a spot. Shanky's been getting way too much TV time as of late, and I'm shocked people are actually chanting Shanky. I'm really shocked. It's shocking.
Yeah, that's
in a lot of arenas. It's not just one arena. Multiple arenas, people are chanting Shanky, and I don't know why. I can't figure it out.
That's it.
They like him. A 7-foot dancer, I guess. I don't know. It was a good match, though. Like I said, the botch from Dominique is the only thing that you might really want to check out. They say now there's only one spot left in the Money in the Bank. They tell us we're going to see Ezekiel versus KO, and here's the weird thing. We never saw Ezekiel versus KO. This match didn't happen. If it did, I missed it, but I don't think I missed it because I saw all 3 hours. They advertised it. They talked about it. They promoted it last week. He was either going to take on Ezekiel Elias or Eldon or Eldroy, whatever the hell the third brother's fucking name is now. I don't know what they're going to do with that. This shit's getting out of hand. But they teased us with the match, and then they never give it to us. They remind us of John Cena's return for his 20-year celebration again, and many more times in the night. That's the last time I'm going to tell you about it. All you need to know is they reminded us at least 6 or 7 times with huge video packages. Maybe I'll mention the video package. There was one really good video package on Cena, like a good 6-minute one. They let us know one spot left in the Women's Money in the Bank match. And then also tonight there's going to be a 2-on-1 handicap match, Alpha Academy versus Bobby Lashley. And Theory will be the special enforcer. Now we get a promo from the Street Profits asking John Cena for advice. John Cena says, never give up because we want the smoke. Street Profits are hyped. What are your thoughts on Street Profits? Do you think they're the next tag team champs?
I'm a big fan. I always have been a big fan, but I just feel like the way they're booking them is like they're making them that team that gets right there and doesn't end up getting the straps. Like that's where I think they're going with that, which upsets me because, like I said, I love them. How about you?
Street Profits are awesome. Montez is one hell of a worker, great on the mic, good inside of the ring. What I don't like that they do is they make these guys cut these vignettes and promos, and they focus half of the time on it promoting other people or other upcoming matches, events, instead of just cutting a promo, promoting themselves, hyping themselves up, and, you know, doing what the job is, selling merch, right? How are you going to sell merch if you're just putting everybody else over? I want to see the Street Profits just continuously put over the Street Profits. Not let me know about Ezekiel's match, or about Madcap Moss, or about fucking whoever the fuck. I'm sick of it. It's disgusting. It's unacceptable. These guys have earned their TV time. Let them fucking have it. That's what I say.
I agree. Like I totally agree.
I mean, I'm sick of that shit. It's just back from break. We see legends praising John Cena, congratulating him on 20 years. You see HBK, Big Show, Booker T, Daniel Bryan on WWE television. Not Bryan Danielson, but Daniel Bryan, Trish Stratus, and Triple H all giving John Cena the roses. After this, we get an interview with Riddle. Basically, the only line I'm going to repeat from that interview is, I love you, Randy. And that win was for you. Do you like the whole RK Bro thing? Are you a fan of Randy Orton allowing Riddle to do all these moves?
I think it's a cool angle. I think it's a cool aspect. I'm not the biggest pure Riddle fan. Like I mean, things I read about him, Vince originally loved him compared to Shawn Michaels. I'm not like the hugest Riddle fan, but I do like RK Bro. I like the whole bowing to Randy, doing his moves. I really like it all. I do.
Have you seen Riddle's work in NXT?
Not a ton.
Okay. I only ask that because if you watch his work in NXT, or at least a couple of his matches, you'll see a big difference in the way he represents it. He comes out more like a UFC kind of fighter and just, you know, puts on crazy matches. And he from the moment I saw him, he has that ability to pace himself in the match, where he just gets more intense as the match goes on, and then right as it gets near the finish, you just see that extra level of energy that you wait for and that you want to see in someone. He does have the it factor. I don't like what they're doing with a lot of these guys. They come from NXT with one gimmick and then just get shitted on. Example being Bobby Roode, you know, just for one example, Bobby Roode, you know, NXT, they treat him like Ric Flair, has the gold, the limos, the girls, the houses, the mansions, the cars, the jets, the planes, all of it. Comes to WWE, you know, he's a dirty dog.
I had this conversation with a friend of mine the other day, and I said, you have two of the better wrestlers in the world, and him and Ziggler with the dirty dogs thing. I mean, this guy, his entrance, I mean, is ridiculous. We remember the ones from the Brooklyn Takeovers. It's ridiculous.
I was at the Brooklyn Takeover when he lost to Drew McIntyre.
Oh, is that the one where they did the live band with him coming in? The one where he was like arched way up on the pedestal?
I think that's the one where they had the gospel.
That's the one that was awesome.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, when I'm just let me watch some videos, it's like one of the videos I pull up. I'm like, this is awesome. I like the guy a lot. He looks the part, but.
Well, I loved him so much that I used his entrance in my wedding. And, you know, I came out with the belt. You know, the belt you see right behind you, that one right there. I came out with that belt, his entrance. And then, you know, it was glorious. As the song would say, it's glorious. One of the best theme songs of all time. And I'm sad I haven't seen a big version of that at WrestleMania. You know, he's a main event player, and he's treated like a mid-card, you know...
Treated like a dirty dog.
Treated like you couldn't have said it better than, you know, and that's, you know, like Vince says, it's good shit, right? Next, we get the match between Jey Uso and Montez Ford. Last week, we saw Dawkins beat Jimmy Uso, which I thought was strange. And this week, we see Montez Ford beat Jey Uso. And to me, this is a sign that they're going to lose to the Usos. Because, you know, there's no way they're going to make the Usos lose 3 matches in a row. They're going to win the belts, but it ain't going to be at Money in the Bank. The story will go on. I don't see them winning. You know, they're not going to go over that clean. It would be nice. It's a good build-up. That's how you build a team. But I don't know. I just feel like the Usos have so much fucking pull. I don't know. What do you think?
I feel like the whole bloodline dominance thing, when it eventually ends, has to end at the same time. You gotta make them lose the belts to somebody the same night that you know what I'm saying? Like everyone's got to get knocked down whenever it happens. Which again, not to jump so far off topic, I just have no idea.
No, I agree. I agree with that because then you end it all in one night and they just go away for a while. A clean sweep, clean slate. Roman goes off into the sunset, does what he's gonna do.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
I agree with you there. Ford was in control for a while, but started talking shit to Jimmy to the outside. Jay takes full advantage, tosses Montez into the steel stairs to take us into commercial. We saw some good mat work from Montez Ford tonight before Jay took control. Back from break, we see Jay in control saying, "You don't want the smoke, Montez." Now Ford with a clothesline to Jay and another brutal clothesline. 3 kicks, both men exchanging shots, and we get a nice squeeze shot from Ford with a flying clothesline and a kick right to the face. And now another backflip splash hitting Jay. Jay with a beautiful Samoan neck breaker that he does. Dawkins takes out a shit-talking Jimmy. Now he takes out Dawkins and Ford takes out Jay with the suicide dive and the monstrous frog splash. Monstrous frog splash from Montez Ford. He literally was maybe 3 or 4 inches from touching the briefcase. He actually jumped, peeked, then used his hand to look like he was going to grab the briefcase, and then does the splash. Very replay worthy, for sure. Picks up the win. Montez almost grabs the briefcase. Like I said, very impressive height on that jump. I gave it about 3.5 stars. I thought it was a solid match. 3.5 because it wasn't as long as it, maybe a little longer. It could have been a 4. Are you happy that Montez got that dub?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I like him a lot. But like I said, as much as they go back and forth, this guy, he beats Jimmy, the other one beats Jay. Like, they're going back and forth week to week. I just like.
When was the last time we've seen that where the popular hot tag team lost 2 singles matches in a row right before the pay-per-view match? I don't recall seeing that in a long time. Something like that happening.
I went into deep thought mode for a minute, and nothing came out. So,
yeah. Maybe the Dudley Boys versus the Hardy Boys. I'd have to dig and do some research. I don't think something like that's happened in a while, but I'm just throwing that out there. We got a shot of Dominic and Ray now with Finn Balor, Damian Priest. Obviously, they're going to keep this Judgment Day going, even without Edge, even without Rhea Ripley. By the way, real quick, 1 minute or less, what is your thoughts on this whole Judgment Day, Edge, and, Finn Balor coming in and just taking it from him type of shit?
I wasn't crazy about it. I liked it with Edge. It gave you the Brood vibe.
Yeah.
And,
It was a shit show. Basically, Edge and Damian were talking shit to Rey Mysterio, telling him, you're probably a bad father. They're telling Dominique, you can come and learn with us. Come to us. You don't need him. He's not a good leader. He's a bad father, and he's a bad leader. He can't teach you. Of course, Rey Mysterio gets super tight. Next week, they're going to throw it down. We're going to see a 2-on-2 match. Another clip of John Cena, commercial. Then we get the sick video package for John Cena. Basically, showcasing his entire career, all his Make-A-Wish deals, all his shows with the U.S. Army. Vince calls him a real-life superhero. Then we get a segment with The Miz, which I appreciated. The Miz got nice treatment tonight on Monday Night Raw, and he deserves it. He's put in a lot of the work over the years. We were told Logan Paul is preparing a return to the ring. We're showing photos of Logan. Miz says him and Logan are on the same page, and one day will be undisputed tag team champions. AJ Styles comes out, punches The Miz right in the face, and I'll be honest with you, the punch looked like it completely missed. During the break, Adam Pearce makes it official. We're going to get a match between AJ Styles and The Miz, which I liked, because there's actually substance there. There's story there. I've heard interviews with AJ Styles talking about how much he loves The Miz, and he can't wait to work with him. So to see this match actually come to life through a proper story that started at the beginning of the night with, Miz screwing AJ out of the Money in the Bank. What do you think?
I agree. There's substance there and there's story there, so that's a little encouraging. I like that.
Yeah, are you a fan of Miz in general?
Big fan of The Miz. I am.
Who do you see coming out on top in this match, AJ Styles or The Miz? Let's say in a best of 3 series.
Oh man, I don't know. It's like neither one of them really needs to put the other over, so I think we're just going to be treated to like a lot of back and forth. If I had to take a guess, I would say AJ gets the payoff in the end.
Yeah, I think so too. I agree. Miz is good at like putting people over. That's his job. So I think that's exactly what we'll see with this match. Starts off. Go ahead. Sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
No worries.
It's a little. I don't even know if the word's lazy anymore. Booking, but those are both guys that are at the top of the class about putting people over, and like you kind of put them in this thing by themselves.
Yeah, no, 100%. Miz is definitely a guy that's been putting people over his whole career. The moment that Cena put him over, he's been paying it back, paying it forward ever since. Never stopped. I was happy to see him get his one little quick title run. I'm sure you remember when it happened. He just had the quick little win. I think he took it off Bobby Lashley, if I'm right.
It was Lashley.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Anyway, the match tonight was AJ with a gorgeous drop kick after a nice sequence. Miz now with a nice knee to the midsection, followed by a nice boot to the face and his vintage leg attack on the rope. AJ draped on that second rope. As we're sent to another commercial break yet again, we see Miz take control, tossing AJ into the barricades, and back from break, he's still in control, catching his vintage DDT, the one, he does low to the mat, grabs the guy, and just backdrops. Now we get a chop to the throat from Miz. Very heel-like move. Double knees to the jaw of AJ Styles from Miz. Goes for the cover, kick out at 2. Very close fall. Very nice looking move. Miz goes for a superplex, but AJ slides under him. Goes out for a move, but Miz quickly gets 3 more kicks and a flying knee to the face for Miz, which I was shocked to see Miz pulling out all the moves tonight. We get a brain buster from AJ to the Miz. I thought they were absolutely killing it in this match. AJ setting up the forearm, but Miz wisely rolls out of the ring to retreat. AJ's bleeding from his nose. This is all very smart, well thought out, well played. This was a banger of a match. Even though it ended in a countout, it sets up tons of future matches. AJ Styles wins via countout. He looks to be very fucking upset that, you know, the Miz actually just walked out on this match and said, fuck you, fuck this match, I don't give a fuck. 5-star segment. 3-star match, 5-star segment, because it sets up so much to look forward to between two great workers. What do you think about everything I just said?
Can't agree with you more. Like you said, just to set it up on two great workers like this, it's going to be a joy. I'm a huge AJ guy. Like, people talk like, you know, like top 5, top 10, like
He's up there.
He's up there, and there's people that go, "You're crazy," and I'm like, "No, I don't think I am."
No.
The problem is his best work. If you just watch WWE, you missed his best work.
Of course, yeah. You still got to see hell of good matches from him in WWE. What's crazy is to think about this statistic: he's had more matches in WWE than he had in TNA and Impact.
Really, at this point?
Yes. Yeah. That's how insane it is. Like, how long he's been in the WWE now. Because it feels like just yesterday he came and, you know, shocked the world at the Royal Rumble and made maybe the best debut in Royal Rumble history.
Yep, it was. And obviously, saying goodbye to Taker in the Boneyard match. I mean, that's just like...
Oh, that's a beautiful segment, you know, that he's going to have the rest of his life. I'm not even going to call that a match. That was a movie. It was cool to see, and I thought he was the right opponent, because at the time, who else was it going to be? Like, really?
Yep.
Like, you know, it made sense. After this, we get a segment. We see John Cena with Ezekiel. Cena says, "Zeke, the freak." Zeke says, "My mom and brother always talk about you." John asks if Elias is here, and Zeke says, "Yeah, he's with my other brother, Elrod." Segment ends. Now we see Austin Theory, or whatever you want to call him, Austin, even though his logo still says AT.
Yes.
You know,
I noticed that.
So it's very weird. We see Austin Theory, whatever. I like to call him Theory, but whatever. Confronts Cena, says, "I would introduce myself, but you already know who I am. I'm here every week, working my ass off, A-Town down. You talk about never giving up, but look at me, John. I'm 24, the youngest United States champion of all time. 24. How many championships did you have at 24? Oh, wait, none. You weren't even in the WWE. Look at me, look at this body, these arms. It's 2022 and you're a grown-ass man wearing shorts. I'm going to capture this, Cena." And then he goes to take out his phone to take a selfie, and then just Cena walks off. Just leaves. Doesn't even say anything. Up next, we get a face-off from Bianca Belair and Carmella. And then we get more praise for John Cena from JBL, Randy Orton, Chris Jericho making his WWE re-debut.
Not to jump too far up, but I just before you mentioned the whole Elias Ezekiel KO.
Yo, please, yeah.
Do you love this as much as I do?
I do love Elias, so no matter what happens or what they do, I'm going to love it because I love him. I've loved him since he was the Drifter in NXT. The first time I ever saw the guy actually just come down the ramp with the guitar, I was like, holy shit, did Macho Man just get reincarnated? Like, that's the vibe I got from the first moment I saw him. He looked like a reincarnation of Macho Man as far as how he looked with a beard, and he's awesome, bro.
He is. So. You mentioned Daniel Bryan on the
yeah.
I read something earlier on Twitter. I guess it was later. I didn't see it, but apparently, like for Bryant, Big Show, and I cannot think offhand who the third AEW guy is to cut that little hello to Cena. Like, they were asked, Khan was asked if they could be on TV for WWE, and he was just like, "Yeah, sure."
Oh yeah, he doesn't care.
No, imagine the other way around.
You know why? Because now, if, like, let's say some kid doesn't know who Chris Jericho is, he goes and types in Chris Jericho, he's a WWE fan, he's still going to see AEW all over the place. That's all that's going to pop up, AEW Chris Jericho stuff, because that's what's trending. Not Chris Jericho WWE, Chris Jericho AEW. Even though I doubt kids are running out there right now from WWE searching for Chris Jericho. They're just, they're in their own little world. I don't know what they're doing. But they're not paying attention because they're cheering for fucking Shanky. Obviously. Whatever. After this, we get a segment back on Raw. We still see Belair in the ring, twirling her hair. We get the replay of what happened last week with the opportunistic Carmella winning her match, and then a clip of Mella taking out Belair in the interview. Bianca says everything she wants to say. She wants to say it to Carmella's face. She says that, then she goes off on a rant, says Carmella has it, but if she wants to take me on at Money in the Bank, she better bring it. Belair says, why wait until Vegas, Carmella? Come out here in the state of Texas and show everyone that you can step to me face to face. Mella accepts the challenge, comes down to the ring, makes her way out. Carmella comes out, says, you got me wrong. I am not insecure. I am smart and I look good. I'm the total package and I won't apologize for that. Says her resume speaks for itself. Mella says, I will take the title from you because Mella is money. Carmella then tries to do a sneak attack on Belair, but I thought this wasn't even necessary. I thought her finishing line right there, Mella is money, and she dropped the mic and she walked out. Should have ended right there. It was good. She came back in, tried to do the sneak attack. Bianca kicks her. She runs away. I didn't think that was needed, though. I don't know. Are you excited about this match, and who do you think is going to win? Do you think Mella's got a shot? Is Mella money?
I think they're going to keep that belt on Belair for a while. I really do.
Yeah, they're trying to turn her to the new Charlotte Flair, kind of, I think.
Yeah.
Strong woman wrestler who's not going to lose clean.
Yeah.
She'll lose, but not clean.
Right.
That's what I think, but we'll see.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss? Cartwheeling around the ring last week, out of curiosity.
I can't figure this whole thing out. Because Liv, to me, the whole time she's been booked, that she gets right there. She gets her title match, she wins her qualifying title match, and she just always loses. And it almost feels with her, it almost feels like fans want the belt on her so much. It kind of reminds me of the Big E situation a little bit. And would they actually put the belt on her, being like, oh, she's been a workhorse for so long, et cetera, et cetera. But I don't think they view her as that. I don't know.
I look at it like this, realistically, when I look at a lot of these women wrestlers that WWE has on Raw right now, or SmackDown or whatever, I look at them like, all right, I can't see her beating Bianca, and I can't see her beating, Ronda Rousey, and her meaning 90% of the roster. Bottom line, it doesn't look realistically. And then the people that could beat them, the Shayna Baszlers of the world, the maybe even Shotzi's of the world, Raquel Rodriguez. There's a couple of even Natty. I'd give Natty a run right now. Actually, off topic real quick, I wanted to get your thoughts from SmackDown now. What are your thoughts on the Natty? Because I'm sure you watched SmackDown. You saw Natty come out dressed up as Ronda Rousey, hit her with a baby carriage. I graded that whole segment a 4-star. I thought it was fire. I had zero interest about that match before SmackDown started. After that segment, I have 102% interest on that match now. What are your thoughts on that whole situation?
I had before the match started, I was ready to put the fast forward only 1 point on my DVR, so fast forward slow, so I could see a build into this match. And then I saw there was a segment that started it, and I was like, oh, let me actually see this. And you're right, from something I had no care about.
No care, right? You give not one fuck about that match until that segment.
Exactly. And same thing. I thought it was great.
I figured that. That's why I wanted to just get your thoughts on that real quick. Like I said, I don't see a lot of the people beating Bianca. I wouldn't be surprised if Carmella comes out with a win, though, just because of who she's, in a relationship with. I think Corey Graves has pretty good pull right now in WWE. And if anybody can get this pushed through, it would be him. I think he's got some power in WWE that we don't know about to even get Carmella in this situation, because she's not really deserving of this opportunity right now, if we're being honest.
Yeah, I don't think she's great. I don't think she's great. I think she's good.
She's good. She's good. I'm not saying she's not good. I'm just saying she's not deserving. She just came back. She shouldn't be thrown into the title scene instantly. Shitting on, for example, Asuka. You know what I mean? Asuka should have won that match. This should be Asuka versus Bianca Belair. Because in my opinion, Asuka's been, the only thing keeping this women's division entertaining over the past fucking 6 months. Besides Ronda and a couple of her matches that I liked. I don't think Ronda's the best worker, but when she wants to, she can turn it on. And I like it. But, we'll see. Next, we're going to get into the match between Liv Morgan and Alexa Bliss. I thought there was a nice touch with the interview right before the match to give it some more meat to chew on, have something to talk about, give it some meaning. Liv Morgan now heads to the ring. We go to break. Asuka joins commentary, and Alexa Bliss makes her way to the ring. Asuka was absolutely killing it on commentary tonight. This was the best part of the entire fucking show. She spoke in Japanese from the beginning of the match till the end of the match. They were asking her questions. Every question they asked her, she was just going off in a Japanese rant. And Corey was pretending to understand everything she was saying. He was trying to, speak Japanese a little bit at times. And, she didn't speak English until the absolute end of the match. And we'll save that when we get to the notes. All right? Liv Morgan, like I said, headed to the ring. Asuka joined the commentary. This is good shit, all of it so far. Liv and Alexa start up with some classic wrestling, lockups, reversals. Liv hanging on with a gut wrench. Alexa reverses after, failing on the snapmare attempt. Asuka crying, saying, Liv. She just kept saying, Liv. I don't know what she was saying, but it was fucking fantastic. This is good shit. Every question they ask Asuka, like I said, she goes off in full Japanese. Greaves pretending to understand what Asuka is saying. Said Asuka now, origato. Greaves trying to, speak Japanese. Liv Morgan picks up the win on Alexa with a quick roll-up. Greaves asks if anyone is ready for Asuka. Asuka says, no one ready. Asuka, nobody. Only thing she said in English. Asuka is shocked that Liv won. I give it a 4-star overall because there was actually great storytelling here. There was more deeper meaning in all of this. You had the interview from before. Then you have, Asuka on commentary. Just, like I said, the match itself is a 2-star. It's not a good match. It was a bad match. It wasn't entertaining. It wasn't filled with good spots. But Asuka's work on commentary made this whole thing a 4-star segment. That's how incredible it was. What are your thoughts on everything I just said?
Sounds cool. I think it's actually cool when she goes off on her rants and everyone just nods and looks. And I love it.
It's always great, but the best thing is usually we get like 20 or 30 seconds on her rant. Sometimes even like 10 seconds. This was like 5-6 minutes of Asuka on commentary. It was great. It was quality entertainment. You will love it. Now we get more video. We get more trumpets playing. And guess who's on Monday Night Raw tonight? Take a guess. Who's on Monday Night Raw tonight? Who's coming out next?
Cena?
Close. Mr. McMahon is back on Monday Night Raw. He is here to celebrate with John Cena. He's here to welcome back Mr. John Cena. Vince introduces John Cena as he runs down to the ring, and all the WWE superstars are near the Tron clapping him on. The fucking DC Peacemaker is here. John says it's his WWE birthday, and I don't like milestones too much, but I am always looking forward to what's next. Tonight has nothing to do with what I've done or any moment I'm part of or any match, but tonight has everything to do with you, the fans. This 20th anniversary is so important to me because it means you have allowed me to do this for 2 decades. It's never been lost upon me that every time I step in this ring, it is because you allow it. You created an environment where I can be myself. You are brave enough to tell me when I suck and kind enough to tell me when I don't. Crowd starts chanting Cena. Says he does not know when he will be back in the ring. If you're watching at home or if you're under the same roof with me tonight in Laredo, Texas, even Cena going for the cheap pop. And we never give up. If you want some, come get some. Drops the mic. No story or match being set up. John taking off his shirt, his gear. He takes it all off. The elbow pads, the shirt, the hat. He's giving it to the fans. I'm surprised he didn't take off his shorts and his sneakers at that point. I was hoping Theory would attack him. We didn't see it. What are your thoughts on all this?
Sounds cool. I don't know where it's going though. Are they trying to build him up to fight Roman, or how did it end last summer? Right, he fought him, he lost, and then he just bounced again. Right? Yeah.
He came back, had a couple of matches, took a couple of L's. I think the last time we saw him was him taking an L to Roman Reigns.
Right. Yeah. That's what I remember. And I don't know. Like, if you bring him back for this, you do it again. I don't know. I just don't know where it's going.
He's probably going to come back and give the Theory the win.
Yeah, you think he'll put Theory over?
That's
I
probably where it's
agree.
going, unfortunately. But
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't need, like, he can come back anytime and have another championship run. It doesn't have to be right now. He will not have a championship run for a while. It will be a while because we still have to go through the whole transition of Roman losing the belt, Seth and Cody Rhodes, because that's where we're going to get it. Let's save this because I have a little segments planned. We're going to get into Cody and we can get into Roman, we can get into Seth, because that's where I think all this is going as far as the world title goes. And that's going to be a whole transitional period where I think we're going to get a new title. We're going to see a Winged Eagle make its way back. And we're going to see a cash-in from Seth Rollins. And he's going to tell Cody, not while I'm here. I told you, not while I'm here. And I can't wait to see it. I mean, I don't want to get more into it right now because we still have a lot to cover. But the whole thing with Cena coming back, I would have liked to see them set up like some kind of storyline here. I know they had a couple of things, same thing with Theory, but nothing physical. He took no bumps. He didn't get in the ring. No match. I was thinking we were going to see maybe a match out of him. So we saw none of that. So that's not a good sign. That to me, that clearly shows that he has a busy schedule. He has a lot of commitments. He's got to finish a lot of shows. He's got to finish movies, game shows, probably 100 zillion commercials, and another 200 Make-A-Wish appointments. Or another random trip to the Ukraine to give some other, kid fan, a day that he'll remember forever. Cena's a good dude. Good dude, busy dude.
Yeah, I for the longest time I wasn't like the biggest fan of his in the ring, but I mean everything he does is perfect. You can't ask for a guy to, put it all behind for as long as they did with him.
Yeah, no, not at all. Not at all. They tell us later tonight we're going to see Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler, Zia Lee, Tamina, Nikki Ash, and Doudrop in a last chance qualifying elimination match. Winner is going to get into the Money in the Bank. It's going to be coming up later tonight. Next, we're going to see a 2-on-1 handicap match from Alpha Academy versus Bobby Lashley, and Theory is going to be the special enforcer. Bobby makes his way to the ring, and did you like these last couple of weeks with Bobby and Theory in general? This whole program, are you a fan of it, or would you flush it today? If you could?
I would flush it today.
You'd flush it today. I agree with you. I think it doesn't do anything for either of them because you're trying to put over Theory. But why are you going to use Bobby Lashley to put over Theory? You want to make Bobby Lashley go over right now. Bobby Lashley should be in contention to have a match with Brock Lesnar soon, while these guys can still have this match. So you can't shit on a guy like Bobby Lashley right now. At the same time, if you can't shit on Bobby Lashley, what does that mean? That means we're going to shit on Theory? Is that, you know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. I don't think any of these two guys are going to come out of this looking better than when they walked in, unfortunately. This is not one of those scenarios.
I agree. It doesn't make sense. What are you going to shit on Theory? I mean, as it is, you gave him his WrestleMania moment, and you still shit on him there. So it's I don't know, is he the golden boy, and you're going to embarrass him at WrestleMania, and now you're going to shit on him again? I like you said, I don't know what it does.
Yeah, I don't know where it's going. I'm not a big fan of it. I barely don't even want to read through this, but I'll try to make it fast. Bobby was basically getting crushed by the Alpha Academy before we go to break. Theory was making his presence felt. Saxton actually called out Greaves, asking, why are you even out here if you're not going to call what you see? Alpha now going for the double team, and Bobby now fighting back with some big hammering shots, setting Otis to the outside, but Gable with a wise chop block. Alpha Academy now making the numbers game a big factor. The Almighty taking a beating. Now Lashley counters Otis and has Otis on his shoulders. He doesn't have Gable on his shoulders. He has Otis, 300 whatever the fuck pounds, on his shoulders. Dumps him backwards. Huge bump. Perched on the top rope. He has Chad Gable. He goes for the attack and Bobby gets the counter. Chad Gable goes for an attack off the top rope. Bobby counters with a hurt lock. He taps out. Match is over. Theory comes in. Beats the shit out of Bobby. Grabs the mic. Alpha Academy helps Theory now beat down on Bobby. Fans were now chanting for Cena. Cena's not coming out. He's probably already out of the building, folks, okay? He needs to go film Peacemaker 2. Cena's not coming, sorry. Bobby with a crazy look gets a big spear on Alpha Academy. Chases Theory out of the ring. I actually gave it a 2.5 star just because it was better than what we've seen the last 2 weeks from them. It's an improvement, but still not interested. I'm sure you aren't either.
Not in the slightest.
Yeah, we're going to just skip, right? You have no more comments on this garbage.
None whatsoever.
All right, fantastic. Sometimes we do that on the show. I'm like, I just ask you, like, is this trash? Do you want to skip past this? And you'll be like, yeah, okay. Next, we see Cody Rhodes footage. Exclusive interview next, coming up after the break. Earlier today in Atlanta, Georgia, the crowd was popping. Says rehab is rehab, and it has its highs and lows. It pales in comparison where I have been the last where I was 3 weeks ago when I was at the peak of my career. I was flying high, maybe a little close to the sun. Due to a sledgehammer shot, they are telling me I'm going to be out 9 months. It's going to be awesome to watch Money in the Bank. Cody was hyping up the Money in the Bank match, talking about how Sheamus and Drew give him Harley race vibes. He says Omos is 7'3". Sami Zayn's a genius IQ in the ring. And then he says Seth freaking Rollins, the man responsible for the most successful cash-in the history of the company. Wouldn't that be something if history repeated itself? Wouldn't it be funny if he grabbed that contract and cashed it in and became the undisputed champion? Wouldn't that be something? I'm not rooting for anyone, but if Seth takes the win, I'll be the first to congratulate him. Please excuse me. Gets up, walks off. Thoughts, please.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
More, please. Yes, please.
Yeah. Cody's the man. Cody's the man.
It's been fun watching this, and I haven't been the biggest fan of his at times, and I felt like his ending in AEW, there was, I don't mean to get too far off topic, but I'll just say, like, I felt like a lot of his angles was self-serving. It didn't make sense. And
his last year was very weird.
Yeah.
No direction. Oh yeah. I mean, I think he's been superb since coming back home to the WWE. I think he's been putting on, like, all his matches with Seth were either 4 or 5 star matches. All of them.
Yeah.
All quality matches. I was a big fan of the WrestleMania match. I loved it when he did the bionic elbow spot. You know, just like in front of all those people. Just the whole thing. It was beautiful. And I remember when we got to the third pay-per-view, I got 2 friends on this show that come. Hopefully one day you're going to meet them, maybe do a show with all 4 of us. Dave and Jay. And I was telling them one night that I really felt we were not appreciating what we're witnessing right now between Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. And because they were all talking about how, I don't want to see another match. I'm sick of it. They already had 3 matches. I don't want to see, or not even 3 matches. We had 2 matches, and they were going to have the third for Hell in a Cell. And they were, like, not excited about it. They're like, we've seen it, whatever. I told them, I'm like, guys, I really don't think, I think we're underestimating how important what we're seeing right now is as far as the future of the company's direction is. Because they're building a god right now in Cody Rhodes, who's going to go into God mode. And when he goes into God mode, he's kicking out of everything. And he's going to hold that Winged Eagle title for a while. And we're going to have the Cody Rhodes era. By God, knock on wood, he doesn't get hurt. You know? We're going to have a nice Cody Rhodes era, man. And I'm digging it, man. I'm so hyped for it. Can't wait for that return. They're going to give him that Triple H treatment. What do you think, man?
Yeah, I agree with all of that. I think I don't even know if I'm more excited because it'll be him or more excited because it'll be something new, not recycled. You know, I mean, I'm excited.
And he's like a WWE original. He's got a lot of history there. It's just to see him come full circle and, be at this point in his career. Fantastic. That match at Hell in a Cell, by the way, was incredible. One of the greatest things I've ever seen in professional wrestling. Probably something we're never going to see again as far as, like, the visual of that chest. Like, I don't think we'll see something like that for a while, maybe never. After this, we get a segment. Back from this interview, we see Cena again. Now Seth comes up to John Cena. He does his entrance with his laugh. He's, like, singing the John Cena's entrance, but he's singing it with his, like, laugh. And somehow he makes it work, and it's gold. Do you remember that time I put my knee into your nose and I broke it? You look great. You're the best. We had ups, we had downs over the years. I realized something, John. We had a lot in common. We're both international mega stars. We're both fashion icons. Since it's the season, we're both winners of Money in the Bank contracts. But when you tried to cash in, you failed. Crash and burn Top Gun style. This Saturday at Money in the Bank, the story is going to repeat itself for me, not for you. You're not in the match, are you, John? You in the match, John? Omos and MVP come up, says I was passing by. I heard that you were talking. I wanted to tell you, Seth, much like you, I'm a visionary too. I see Omos carrying that briefcase to the heavens. Cena staring at Omos, tells Rollins, good luck, Rollins, and leaves. And, you know, what are your thoughts on Seth? Do you think he's going to pull out the Money in the Bank?
Yeah. I don't know. I think so. But can this be the Riddle push? I don't know.
The Riddle push? It's possible, but I don't think so. Like, if you want the story to play out the way Cody Rhodes is painting it, then Seth has to win. What was the point of that whole thing? Plus, I'm just a bigger fan of legacy, and Riddle's got many years on his career left. He has many years left to have his moments and have his things. This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to set up, like, long-term storytelling, because they've already painted the picture, they've already told the story. So if Seth ends up with that briefcase, Cody wins at WrestleMania, takes down Roman Reigns, takes the title after winning the Royal Rumble, and then Seth freaking Rollins' music comes out, he cashes in, and what if Cody just actually stops him? How much better does that make Cody look now? You send him into that God mode. He just took out Roman Reigns in a war. Now Seth Fresh Rollins, not Seth freaking Rollins, Seth Fresh Rollins comes running to the ring to get his payback on the guy that beat him 3 times. And guess what happens? Cody says no. Or Seth wins and says, I told you not while I'm here. Either one. Which one would you like more out of those 2 options?
I'm a huge Seth guy, so I would, if it ends up being him in the end, I would like it. I think either way, we would die for either one of those.
I'm definitely a huge Seth guy. I was at the Mania where he beat Brock Lesnar in the opening match. I bought the title, I bought the plates, the side plates. I only have 1 pair of side plates, and they're Seth Rollins. So, I'm definitely a Seth Rollins guy. I'm with you on that. I wouldn't mind seeing it. It'd be long-term storytelling. It'd be really good.
It would, and just based off like what you're projecting to me and questions you asked, I think we're both under the same belief that the plan is for Cody to be the guy to dethrone the God, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. They want to set an example with Roman Reigns in the modern era and compare his championship run to the ones of like Hulk Hogan and Bob Backlund. I don't think they can touch Bruno Sammartino ever. I don't think anyone's going to ever touch his record. But, the good thing is people don't even remember Bruno, like the kids. Nobody knows who Bruno is. If you ask kids who Bruno Sammartino is, they're like, what? They'll look him up maybe, but they still won't even give him his roses, unfortunately.
No, they'd be asking what his gimmick is.
Yeah, there's not too many old school. The only real old school guy who is still super famous is Andre the Giant, probably. Yeah, like super famous, like worldwide known. Like I don't think a lot of these guys, old timers, they're not as worldwide known as like Andre is ever. Not even close. Who is your favorite wrestler of all time, by the way, real quick?
It's
put you on the spot, right?
Yeah, no, because I still till today. I mean, you could ask a gazillion people who's your favorite wrestler, and they'll rattle off the answer immediately. And I go back and forth over time between Trips and The Rock, honestly.
Okay. I like that, man. Triple H was actually my favorite wrestler in the world during the WrestleMania 15 to 19 era, I would say. Like, he was my guy. I had all his shirts. I thought he was the best wrestler in the world. I don't think anybody could touch him at his peak. He was out there beating the shit out of Stone Cold Steve Austin. He was beating the shit out of The Rock, beating the shit out of Mick Foley, and pretty much beating the shit out of anybody that he wanted to. Manipulating them, abusing them, psychological abuse, physical abuse, scary looking guy, looked like the Ultimate Warrior without the face paint and without the cheesy gimmick, and he could cut a promo, and he married Vince McMahon's daughter, and the list goes on and on and on, and at this
NXT.
point, he created NXT and gave us hundreds of other wrestlers. And, in all honesty, he might be the GOAT. If you really want to break it down, 14-time WWE champion. I'm sad that we're never going to see him wrestle again. I hope that's, something that can be changed. I mean, Ric Flair's about to have his last match at 76 or something. That's fucking crazy. I almost bought tickets to that, by the way, but I'm glad I didn't.
That's nuts.
It's gonna be a shit show.
I mean, Jesus.
It's gonna be a shit show. I love Ric Flair, and I might watch it just for shits and giggles, but it's probably gonna be a shit show. And I don't like what happened with Jay Lethal. You know, he was helping him out, and then all of a sudden they couldn't work it out. What?
Yeah.
You have any insight on what's going on there?
Not really. It's just odd. Again, it's just an odd situation.
Yeah, I haven't heard much, but from what I saw, just Ric Flair got upset with something, and basically said the kid wants something that we can't give him, and blah blah blah. You're Ric Flair. It's your show. You can give him whatever the fuck you want. What are you talking about? Like, I didn't like that, but whatever. What are you gonna do? After this, we get the
make a lot of sense.
Yeah. After this, we get the main event of the night, which kind of surprised me because we still haven't seen Ezekiel versus KO. I'm sitting there like a jerk off thinking, Zeke and KO are going to come out and have their segment. I mean, we got nothing from KO. I saw KO 0 times tonight. Nothing. No KO at all. Becky Lynch, Shayna Baszler, Zia Lee, Tamina, Nikki Ash, Doudrop, last chance qualifying elimination match. All women start off the match attacking Becky right away except for Tamina. Now the action spreads outside. Big time kick from Tamina. We get the one-on-one from Tamina and Doudrop, but Nikki Ash coming in and breaking it up. Doudrop and Tamina now exchanging shots. Doudrop goes for the headbutt and Tamina hurts herself. Now Becky in the ring with the attack from the top rope to Doudrop. Now Zia Lee was attacking Becky. Becky now with a manhandle slam on Zia Lee, eliminating her. She's done. Shayna waiting. She was waiting for her moment. I didn't like this part because you could see Shayna and Doudrop's head like bobbing up and down, like when they sit at the ring apron and they're waiting for their spot to like run in. I hate when I see the forehead because it's like, come on, man, you're on camera right now. Keep your fucking head down and low, and you don't run in until it's your fucking time. What are you doing? It's just unprofessional and unchoreographed. You can tell this match was probably last minute kind of bullshit. I feel like this had Vince's fingerprints all over it the entire show from beginning to end. Obviously, he was there. He's not the CEO, but I can guarantee you he's still in charge of every single aspect that he was in charge of 1 year ago. Even though the label doesn't say that, Vince is still running this show. And that's why it was a good Raw, and we had good moments tonight, because Vince was actually in prime form tonight. The dementia didn't kick in tonight, so Vince was good. I loved it. Back from break, we see Becky with the exploder suplex to Shayna into the barricade. Now Doudrop all over Shayna. Doudrop with a double powerbomb to Becky, and then Shayna was on top of that. And so here we go. We had Becky and Shayna just getting dumped. Tamina was there as well. It was crazy. So you had Shayna, Becky, powerbomb, and then on top of them two was Tamina. And then she's getting suplexed. Doudrop showed like 6 strength from this. She had like 3 women. She carried 3 women for a good half a second, whatever it was. Nice bump. Shayna with a sleeper on Doudrop. Now Tamina with a super kick. Shayna has the submission on Tamina. Doudrop gets her with a huge running splash for the pin and the elimination. Now it's Becky and Tamina and Doudrop. Tamina with a Samoan suplex on Becky. Doudrop gets rid of Tamina with a power splash. Doudrop now slamming Becky, going for the Vader bomb. Becky dodges and now goes for the manhandle slam, but Doudrop says no. She goes to the top rope. Becky catches the manhandle slam off the second rope to Doudrop for the win. And Becky Lynch is qualified for Money in the Bank yet again. 3-star match. Wasn't bad. Becky wins. Raw goes off the air. No Zeke, no KO. What are your thoughts on this? And who do you got winning the women's Money in the Bank match?
I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I kind of have little to no interest in this right now.
I don't blame you. There's not much to have interest in. I mean, I hope Asuka wins. That's the only thing I'll say. I'd rather see Asuka with a briefcase than any of the other 7 women, or whatever it is.
I agree with that, and it's I don't know about you, but does Doudrop as a heel work for you?
No, not at all. Not at all. She's not mean enough.
No, I mean, she was the perfect face. She fits like that new, like, look at me, I don't need to be the diva to get in. No body shaming. She's a little bit of a role model, you could say. And turn a heel, you got to hate her. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, she definitely had all the characteristics for a face right away. But I think they just started pairing her up like randomly in all these stupid segments, and that's why none of it makes sense. There's no real direction there. She's like more like a filler role. Whenever they need her, or like two women. They just call her and Nikki Ash. Get in there and cover. There's no direction with her. You can see which characters on the show get more love than the others. You can just see it in the way they're treated, the promos they get, the time they get, the ring time they get, the tone of the match, whether it's a clean finish or some interference bullshit to set someone else up. There's always some kind of shenanigans on Monday Night fucking Raw. When the show's 3 hours, you're bound to get shenanigans. That's why I felt like when Raw was 2 hours, it was more like disciplined. And, they only had 2 hours to give you content, so it was probably going to be good shit most of the times. Because they didn't have to fucking squeeze content for 3 hours. That's now, it's all time-filling bullshit. What are we going to do till the next commercial, guys? We need something. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know, Vince. You got any ideas? I don't know, but I'll think of something. It's good shit. It's good shit. Are you a big Vince guy?
I used to be.
Not anymore?
No, not really. I don't. No, I still am. That's a lie.
Would you hug Vince McMahon?
100%.
100%, right? Like,
no doubt about it.
Vince is a beast, bro.
No other guy can have the allegations alleged against him, and apparently there's proof, and it's going to be bad. And then he has it. He's been on and off TV, but not on much, and he's come out 3 shows in a row now since the allegations.
Well, think about how many times he's buried something over the last 40 years.
Oh, can you imagine?
I'm sure the bucket list is wild for Vince McMahon.
Yeah, and it's such epic Vince to come out. He has to at least temporarily give up his role as CEO, and just to come out in 3 weeks in a row and be like, yo, I'm still here. This is still my thing, yo.
The best was the first night though, when he came out and just literally said, then, now, forever, together, dropped the mic and left, and basically telling you in those 4 words, he said 1,000 words. He said, fuck you, fuck your mama. I'm going to do whatever the fuck I want. I'm Vince McMahon. I'm going to come out here whenever I want. You're not going to stop me. I'm still going to be in charge of creative. And yeah, I'm a character now. You wanted Vince McMahon? I'm back.
Fun. A lot of fun. When Vince is a character, it's always been fun.
That's what I like about all this right now. We're not getting Vince McMahon, the CEO. We're getting Vince McMahon, the WWF superstar.
Gotta take the stunner a little better like he used to back in the late 90s.
I don't think he has any business taking any more stunners after what we saw this year. I think that should be it. There should be no redemption story here. I would just let it go and move on. Right? It's
That's
over.
it.
It's over.
That's it. It's over.
That's what Shane and his kids are for. Have you seen Shane's kids?
Yes.
I follow one of them on Instagram. He's like a football player. And he looks like a young Vince McMahon. It's fucking wild, bro. And I messaged him. I saw
they put the side by side. I was like, how cool.
I messaged him. I said, listen, man, I don't know if you're ever going to get into wrestling, but when you're done taking over the world maybe you should come drop a couple of promos, maybe do a couple of elbows, because you look like your father and you would have a hell of people would love you. Bottom line. Yep. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Like I was telling my friend the other day, he was talking shit saying, WWE's going to go out of business. And he was talking crazy shit. I'm like, listen, man, WWE's got about 2 to 4 million zombies, okay? And those zombies ain't going fucking anywhere unless you're gonna go individually pop every one of their heads off. They're loyal zombies. They love this shit for life.
Yeah, I mean, so I'm an AEW guy.
Okay.
But these guys go back and forth on a lot of forums and the Discords that we're probably both on, and I enjoy both. I still enjoy both.
I enjoy all of it. Yep, I agree, man. This is the best time wrestling has been in a long time for me, and it's mainly because of AEW Dynamite. It's not because of Monday Night Raw. I do this show now as a way to just give back to the community now. There's people out there that don't want to watch Monday Night Raw. They'd rather come on here, listen to my podcast for 1 hour, get all their info on Raw, get grades, reviews, keep up with what's going on. So I watch Raw now mainly to get this show going. I was going to watch Raw anyway, so I figured, why not? That's why I do this show, because I'm watching it anyway. So I might as well do the service for the community and try to put out some content out there. But AEW Dynamite is what gets me passionate. Like if you do a show with me on AEW, you'll feel the difference in the way I call the matches, the way I call the promos, when I see it's hard. Like yesterday I saw 5-star matches, and tonight I'm watching Raw, not one 5-star match, not one. By the way, quickly, and we're about to hit the 1 hour mark in 10 seconds. But quickly before we go off, because I told you I'll try to keep it under an hour for you. What did you think of Forbidden Door? You have anything to say about Forbidden Door? Anything that happened last night?
I really enjoyed all of it. I liked it a lot. I really have nothing negative to say about it. I really enjoyed like every match. The Thunder Rosa match, I know people loved. What was your thoughts on that match, real quick?
I actually wanted Toni Storm to win the match, only to just... I wouldn't mind Thunder winning it back in a couple of days or something like that, but I wouldn't mind giving Toni the rub because she's put in a lot of work over the last couple of weeks. The match itself was okay. I felt like Thunder Rosa was a little stiff on a couple of her moves, and I've been hearing a lot of that lately, that she's super stiff. A lot of women are complaining, saying she's given way too many fucking stiff shots. And basically, I think she has a list of 5 female wrestlers who want to give her a receipt.
I read that piece as well. And I mean, like, we don't really know the behind it. Like,
yeah, I don't know the truth on any of this.
No, but what we do know is she's stiff on many occasions.
I've seen it, yeah. I mean, I don't know the truth because I'm not there. I see the matches. She does look stiff, though. And when you watch a lot of her matches, certain shots, certain elbows, even the chops, like, she digs into the skin with that shit. And Toni did not look like a happy camper at the end of the match, shaking her hand. I'll tell you that much. That's for sure.
Yeah. But the rest of it I loved. I mean, I'm a huge Young Bucks guy, and I mean, how many weeks in a row have they just put on like masterful performances?
No, their best work. I actually became a Young Buck fan in the last 2 months. Before that, I was anti-Young Bucks. I thought they were like so corny. I was like, these guys are like fucking little fake Hardy Boy fans, wannabe Hardy Boys. And then that promo Matt Hardy cut a couple of weeks ago, calling them, just Hardy Boy cosplayers. I thought that was brilliant. I was like, wow, this is great. But their match with the Hardy Boys, and then them winning the titles off Jurassic Express, like you said, a lot of their matches. The match on Rampage against Rey Fenix and Penta. My God, man. My God, that was a 5-star match as well. Bangers. So I'm a big Bucks guy now, man. I'm a Bucks fan now.
I watched the cage match. Remember the cage match when Lucha Brothers took the straps off of Young Bucks? Yeah.
That was great too.
I have a link to that, and I watch it like once every couple of weeks when I'm bored. I mean, it's just great. When those 4 guys get in the ring together, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, no, it was a great fucking match, and I was actually happy with the results of the match because they've been getting over so much lately. So it was nice to pay homage to Sting. This moment and this match was all about showing Japan their old hero, because Sting has had a legendary career in Japan, not just America. Legendary career in Japan. So all those old school wrestling fans who tuned in tonight to see Sting, their favorite wrestler, let's say from the 80s or 90s, they got a treat tonight because the match opened up with a 63-year-old man jumping off a 12-foot fucking ring entrance and looking better than ever. And that wasn't the end of the match. That was the start of the match. So props to Sting, man. What a beast of a human being.
A lot of fun.
Worth the $200 for the autograph now, right? That's what he charges.
Is it really? Is that what he charges?
Well, yeah, he charges the Undertaker rate. Him and Undertaker are on the same level, $200. Unbelievable. Unfucking. What was your favorite match of the night, though? Did you give any of the matches 5 stars?
I actually did not. Did you?
The FTR match.
So that's, if there's one match where I'm gonna like if we debate about it, and I could easily give that match 5 stars.
That match had me so fucking hyped, bro. It was magical.
Dude, I don't know about you, but it's just when their music hits and they come out, I
get transported to 1980.
Like, I stand up in the living room. I'm like, all right, let's go. Like we were kidding at. It's like,
100%.
I love.
It's I feel like I'm watching the Legion of Doom. Now they don't look like the Legion of Doom, but they give me that feeling of like serious business. They're coming out to fight, to put up a match, to put on a show, and these guys have had spectacular matches over the last year. I mean, and not even years of spectacular matches.
Yeah.
I mean, at one point, they were giving Roman Reigns the business.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, no gimmick. I mean, they are what they are. Here it is. And I mean, the crowd loves them. I love them.
Yeah, no, they're the real deal. I love them. I was happy to see them. I want to really know the truth, though. Did Dax actually get hurt, or was that a work? Because if that was a work, it was so fucking brilliant. So brilliant. Because then you make Cash Wheeler looking so strong, staying out there, surviving by himself. And I was actually impressed with it, Jeff Cobb and the great, whatever his name. I was just calling him the Great Botch. But he actually earned my respect last night. What's his name? The Great Khan. Jeff Cobb's tag team partner.
Yeah, Khan, right?
Great Khan, yeah. He was really impressive last night. He had this choke slam that he did that was fantastic. And the disrespect to Cash Wheeler, I know you saw it, right? When he had Cash Wheeler in the corner and he just sank his ass cheeks in between his forehead and was just like literally brushing this guy's head with his ass. That was so disrespectful. But it added so many layers of... once I saw that, I was like, the FTR is definitely winning this match. There's no way he's doing that unless they have to put the titles over to him. That's why he did it. He's like, I got to give you the titles. Well, I'm going to wipe my ass on your face first. It's fucking great, man.
I love it.
I loved it. I was hyped, man. Other than that, I was just a little confused with the ending of the Adam Cole match. Obviously, I found out later on he had a concussion. And, I still don't like that Jay White covered him, though. I thought Jay White should have covered Okada, and it should have ended there.
Yeah. Is this leading us to a Jay White, Adam Cole kind of feud? I mean... Yeah,
if Adam Cole gets out of concussion protocol, I guess, maybe.
Yeah, I know. So let me ask you a question. So Adam Cole is literally one of my favorite wrestlers in the entire world. NXT Adam Cole. I didn't watch a lot of his Ring of Honor stuff. I have now, but at the time I haven't. How do you think he's been in AEW?
Well, he did now just finally win the Owen Hart tournament, so that was a good push. That sets him up for a nice future. He's the first winner of that tournament. Before that, I thought he was Hangman's bitch boy, because he was just losing to Hangman over and over and over again. I was actually hoping that he would kind of fight. I wanted Hangman to get the loss to Adam Cole first. I don't think that Punk should have took the belt off Hangman. I feel like Hangman could have looked stronger if Adam Cole screws him out of the title. Now you have Adam Cole as your AEW champion, undisputed elite, all that bullshit. And then they make Punk really work for the title against, Adam Cole. A slow burn, slow storyline, really build it up. Make Punk get screwed, make Punk have to really work for it. I think if you do that and you build a slower story, number one, Punk's still here, he's not injured. Because he's not trying to copy that goddamn buckshot lariat. Blowing out his fucking knee. But that's just me, man. I don't know. But yeah, I think Adam Cole's been cool, man. He's alright. Yeah, he's not as cool as he was in NXT, obviously.
That's what it is for me. I don't know. Something's missing with him. I don't feel like his matches have been as good. But it's funny because you mentioned the with Hangman. I actually got that pay-per-view totally wrong. I thought they were going to go with the whole Undisputed Elite. At that time, put the titles on the Young Bucks or Red Dragon. I forgot who was fighting that night. And then hit the world title on him. They come out with all the belts. And I swung and missed on that pay-per-view, to say the least.
Yeah, we all have our nights like that, man. I knew Punk was going to fucking win because Tony Khan is such a paper nerd. And he relies on statistics and ratings and who's selling merch. And, Punk is the guy. He comes in, he's selling all the merch. T-shirts are flying off the rack. Toys are pre-ordered out the fucking kazoo. Ticket sales are up. Pay-per-view buys are up. Everything's up. So when you see that trend, you're gonna ride that fucking shit out. But my opinion was when Punk came back, they should have treated him like the legend he is, and he should have had the slow build, have him have a couple of matches every month, maybe 2 matches a month, something like that. Not every week, not on Rampage, not on Dynamite. Have a slow start. See how he feels first. You just throw him into the fire immediately, and then you put him in the ring with a young stud. And God bless Punk. He wants to do his best. He wants to have the best match he can. And of course, meaning that he's going to, go for these crazy fucking spots and moves that he has, in all honesty, no business doing anymore. He doesn't need to. He's CM Punk. He's a clobbering machine. He should just be on the mat, pounding submissions and pounding, a couple of drop kicks here and there. He doesn't need to do all this crazy shit. you're not going to have a long career if you keep doing this now. I hope he learns his lesson. And Jeff Hardy's another one. When he gets out of rehab, he needs to calm the fuck down too, bro. You're not 20 years old anymore, man. It's not worth it. We have highlights for days on YouTube of you killing yourself for us. Change your gimmick.
Yep.
Slow down.
Yep.
Change your moveset. You've been in wrestling so long, you're going to tell me you only know the same 15 moves? You don't know another 50 different moves? Another 200 moves? Come on. Come on. You're Jeff Hardy. Be smart, man.
And it's his life too, right? His gimmick is his life. The who cares, throw everything to the wind, screw safety. I'm going to do what I want. I'm a daredevil. I'm going to drive no matter how drunk I am.
And I don't blame Matt Hardy at this point, because you can only drag a horse to drink water so many fucking times. You know, you're not going to, you know, he's a grown ass fucking man. He makes a salary of $2 million a year. He has more than enough money to pay for transportation every day, all year long. For wherever he wants to party, go party, bro. Who's telling you not to party? You want to party like the Hardy that you are? Go fucking party, baby. Just do it smart. Do it responsible. And don't put your livelihood on the line. Because guess what? Now you're not making money. You're suspended. You're suspended. You're losing time. You're losing money. And those wheels aren't going to ride forever. So, that's on me, man. But I appreciate you being here tonight, filling in for some of the boys. Hopefully we can get you in on this show much more often. Hopefully you had a good time. Do you have any final takes on wrestling in general? Anything you want to throw out there before we go off the air?
Yeah. First, my pleasure. This was a lot of fun.
Cool. Thank you.
I was headed to call it for the night, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll come on for sure. So this was a lot of fun. More than willing to come on whenever you want me.
Awesome. Awesome.
What thoughts on wrestling is obviously, like I said, I'm one of the guys, like, I like the state it's in. I mean, the more you have to watch, the better it is. I'm a big, like, a WWE guy with the whole Roman and Reigns, with the whole Reigns angle. I love the, we hate the guy, stop pushing him at us. Okay, make him like one of the greatest heels ever. And that's worked. I'm a little sad because I thought the Cody thing would have materialized a little faster, but now it looks like we're going to have to see this guy have the belt for another, I don't know how long. So I just can't wait till WWE breaks a lot of the predictability that's been there.
Yeah, they got to get away from that. I agree.
Yeah, so if I had something to say, I'd say that's just, once they do that, it'll be a little more fun.
It's going to be a fun year to see where this whole Roman Reigns thing go. Or is he going to fight The Rock? Are they going to take the belt off him before he fights The Rock? If he fights The Rock, is he going to fight Cody? There's a lot of questions that we don't have answers to, and we probably won't until the Rumble season. And the Royal Rumble will paint the picture for the landscape of next year's WWE picture, and hopefully that has better people in creative. I know Jeff Jarrett is now in charge of live events. There's been a couple of changes. I think NXT is now back in control of Triple H, from what I've heard, which is fantastic. If not completely under control, he's there. He's back in the building. He's talking to the wrestlers. He's working with the boys. So either way, his influence will be there in some way. So do you watch NXT?
I do. I don't think it's been that bad lately.
No, not at all.
Right? I was hoping someone else would say that because,
No, we do a show every Tuesday on NXT. My schedule is Mondays for Raw, Tuesday for NXT, Wednesday Dynamite, and Friday SmackDown, and then pay-per-views.
Awesome.
That's pretty much my schedule. Except when the shows are here, like AEW. Then, yeah, the show comes later. I go to the show, enjoy the show, and then I do the show another day. But for now, we'll see what happens with Roman Reigns, WWE, Vince McMahon. There's a lot of questions. But like you said, wrestling's in a good state right now. And I look forward to just watching it all unfold over the next year, man. I'm actually hyped for Money in the Bank this Saturday. I hope Seth Rollins wins.
Definitely
I'm cheering for Seth. Are you cheering for Seth, or you want to see Riddle?
No, I'm cheering for Seth, and I was going to say definitely my number one WWE pay-per-view, probably, outside of WrestleMania.
I'm going to just say this to end the show. I think there's a chance, if you want the sleeper of Money in the Bank, Sami Zayn. Because don't forget, he promised he's going to win that briefcase to protect Roman Reigns. And I thought that was an interesting line and angle. So he's my sleeper pick. I want Seth to win. I think Seth's going to win. But my sleeper pick is Sami fucking Zayn, man. And I wouldn't be shocked because I'm calling it right now. We'll see what happens, man, later tonight. Thank you, everybody, for joining us on Wrestling with Savage. This has been Gilch. This has been Savage. Episode 49 in the books. My cousin's going to take us off the air right now. Everybody have a good night. God bless and be safe.
Pedigree, 1, 2, 3, brought to you live by the champ. A last ride straight to hell, a tombstone, a choke slam. Here to give it to you raw. This is Wrestling with Savage. SmackDown, hold the title. This is Wrestling with Savage. What?
Wrestling with Savage begins